What is up, internet? I am the biggest bird, back at it again, having some fun with the homies. Yeah, today me and the homies are going to be doing some group mining with the moles. So yeah, we are getting ready to run it, all that good stuff. Close that out, and we're gonna have some fun today, just because we don't normally do this. We're very combative when it comes to our gameplay. So yeah, yeah, we're live now, so let me go see where these people are at.
All right, so as I'm trying to point out, I had planned on trying to get my prospector and my golem parked next to my mole, but hangars are hangars, and it's a lot more difficult to do that by yourself than I thought it would be.
It's a lot easier if you had a medium hanger.
Just imagine that my prospector and golem are there. Anyway, the other mining vessels that we have available to us outside of our hand mining is the Atlas Geo, which I think everybody has had a chance to kind of play around with if you've done an align in mine. I'm standing next to a stock one because I'm not fancy and have paints that for my Atlas Geos. And the second one is the Gray Cat Rock. You'll notice that it's at the Rock DS. The Rock DS is absolute garbage. Don't understand why they decided to put the mining seat on the outside so that you could share mining time with your bestie, but have them out in the elements while you're enjoying air conditioning. But I prefer this one over the Atlas Geo. I think Doom was telling me that this is way better at sucking up the gems whenever you're gem mining, but the Atlas is better at cracking them. So that was information that I just got today. So just wanted to share that with you guys. So behind us we have what I've put out is just a little display of refined goods. Always come in a container like everybody's used to. Somebody put some gadgets down on the ground here. The gadgets, you'll notice on my map, I have them at the bottom of my map. You can basically equip one gadget. The one I prefer these personally is the Optimax. I believe the Lore Max is the friendliest new one because it increases your charge window size. The one I use decreases it, but it also decreases the rock's resistance that you're trying to get. All of the gadgets come with some sort of drawback, so they will do something to some aspect of the mining experience that will make it more difficult or less. You'll get less outcome, that kind of thing. So you can examine them. They're sold at any refinery station. I would suggest if you're ever planning on going out mining and using one, that you get more than one. I would say half a dozen in my opinion, but that's me and how often I will take off and fly away from them. Their use, all you do is you would go up to a thing and just like pulling out your pyro multi-tool, it'll come out just like this, and then you'll go up to your rock and you'll place it on the rock. I'm going to try to place this one so it doesn't fall off immediately. But and then there's a little interface, and I'll stream this whenever we go out and start doing it. There's a little interface with 3 sliders, and you're just trying to get the percentage up over 90% so that you can activate it, and then it's going to give you the benefits that it says it's going to give you. So I know that's super clear, but I can't tell you how this will change your prospector mining, your solo mining, from a bunch of impossible rocks to oh, I can actually get this done. So, also behind me I have 3 of some of the laser heads that exist for the mole. These are all size 2 laser heads. You'll notice these all have 3 little, well, they're modules
I don't know what you want to call it, module points.
Yeah, module,
And
yeah.
there are modules that you can buy and equip to your laser head. So on my rig, I run a Hofstede 2 laser here. I run a Helic laser on the right hand side or the starboard side, and I run an impact on the port or left side. All this does is it to me, it's in my opinion, gives me the most impact that I could if I was trying to support.
What's up, Duchess? What's going on, girl? I mean, dude.
I always recommend that you let the middle laser control the power. So like it's just max for the side turrets. Sometimes niche cases, none that I've encountered yet, you might modulate things a little bit differently on the sides, but really the gameplay in a mole is about cracking the big rocks. Let's see what
We're doing good, you know, just doing some mining, group mining. She's teaching us how to mine.
it's gonna get its 2.0, I guess, in 4.7. Looking forward to that. So everything that I'm gonna show you and how it operates is gonna be obsolete.
I don't know how to mine, so you know.
Everybody follow me, please.
Okay, just as a heads up, if somebody did not understand the gadgets and the heads, they just changed essentially how the ship interacts with the rogue. You will see it better once we get there, but
Yeah. It's much easier like once it's like
You're not a sub? Oh, I thought you were a sub.
okay, so these large containers that I didn't reference at all, I put an Argo ore pod and a Misk ore pod. Yeah, we'll bring them over here. That's a good call.
you can do it.
So these two things, these are the ore pods on the ship. Both the Prospector, all of them have them, but the Prospector, the Golem, the Mole. On the Mole, they're located right here. Let's see if I can get it to come out.
Whoa, Nelly.
So in a mining,
Whoa.
what's that?
I said, whoa, you almost hit me with that.
Oh,
You're good.
sorry.
You're good. You're good.
So if we're doing a mining op, what that'll entail basically is we'll swap out the bags so that we have fresh bags. So what Gapuro has done for us, thank you Gapuro for this, I hadn't said it yet. He's loaded up some extra bags, I believe, on the Idris. So what we'll do is when we get a mole full, we'll go up to the Idris, we'll swap out the mining bags for fresh ones, and then boop. Moving forward in the future, I'm hoping that we can get to the point where, let's see, Red Monster Mining, I believe, is the YouTuber. His org is really devoted to mining. And what they'll do is they'll set up a fighter screen that's protecting a hull C and their miners. They'll set up on a planet. They'll set the hull C up, and on one side of the spindles, there'll be fresh bags, and on the other side will be full bags.
I try my best to make it look good.
And then they'll have all those
and to get it to sound good too.
I can't imagine what they have, because I mean, when I came back, I was watching his thing every Sunday morning, and they had this whole sea like full every single time. Let's see. So hopefully we can get to that. Ideally, like I had planned on trying to get my raft basically like full of an extra set of bags today, but Gapuro, of course, like I said, was a shiny penny and got that ahead of time. So thank you again.
That was Boom's idea. I just stole the idea.
Appreciate
That's okay. It was free. You didn't have to steal it.
Everybody crowd up on the elevator. I'd say maybe 2 more people with me. Come on up.
Oh, that was so great.
Skinny.
This is gonna take a minute.
There's some skinnies and some thickums out here, so.
All right, I'm going. I don't know how many, but we'll send it back down.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the cargo elevator in the back in this build. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
When they get it.
Everybody come up to the mess hall whenever you get up.
God, can we fit this many people inside of a mole? There's so many
It's gonna be
people.
exciting. This is
don't
this
tell
is
the fire
content
marshal.
for you content creators.
I'm creating the content right now.
I'm just trying to get my cameras going real quickly.
I have no idea what.
Ooh.
Bro.
Up the ladder, up this way.
I
Oh,
cannot
shit.
lay down. Well, I'm laying
Here,
down.
let
I'm
me
just glad you're not knocking those gadgets off the table.
just stand right here.
Hey, they just pushed me off the elevator.
What the hell's going on with my camera?
Okay, a quick thing for everybody here, don't run inside ships and walk really slowly, because especially in cramped space like these ones, some of you already know, some of you will know, you die.
Yeah,
Alright, so where were
pick a spot and chill.
Up the ladder.
Are the port and starboard mining areas or mining seats? Those are still open to space, right?
Is that who I think it is over there? I was gonna say.
So there's still a way for someone to sneak in if you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It'd have to be low gravity, or like there'd have to be like a rock nearby, I think, though, because they're still pretty.
yeah, dude, watch where you're standing, cuz. Oh my god, dude. You're gonna push me out the ship.
Hey, I know all the ways out of the ship. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
Many times in those
Oh my god.
where you get up out of the bunk and you're all of a sudden in the middle of the side wall. It's
camera.
like, dang.
Did
Oh
we all
my
make it
god.
up? I hope, maybe. Nobody else in the
Probably.
hangar still? Okay, so the main reason why I drug you guys up here is basically to show off the mining gadgets. This is the best table that I had access to on short notice this afternoon. And this is 4 out of, I believe there's 6 gadgets that you can buy. Like I said, I'm gonna try to use the one that I always use.
Oh yeah. It's getting me involved in it, and I don't mind at all. I haven't mined since 3.16.
On this ship. So, as I believe King was saying, if you go down the ladder, in addition to being the limited cargo area, which is pointless right now, but will be much more pointful after 4.7 hits. On either side, there's 2 little areas where you can get into the lasers and operate the port and starboard lasers. So if you go forward on the ship, basically behind Doom, there's a ladder that goes down to the primary laser head, or at least that's what I call it, is the one that's right underneath the pilot's compartment. And then there's obviously room for a pilot and a co-pilot. The co-pilot's virtually useless. It doesn't have any function on the ship. But the pilot will control the range to the node that you're trying to mine. So the important part of that is that everything has an optimal range when you're mining. So if you're doing a mole mining trip and you are lucky enough to have at least 2 friends, like that third person or yourself, you're gonna set up like over the rock that you guys are gonna try to break. And if you're mining a cluster of rocks, which
You should, because in 4.7 you have to mine to gather your resources in order to craft, or you can break stuff down. But mining is going to be the main way how people are going to be gathering majority of all of their commodities and stuff in order to make the armor that they want with the blueprints that they gather.
and if the other 2 wanted to be hitting different rocks, they might be a
lot of prospectors, a lot of moles, maybe not a lot of golems, but you know, stuff that can crack them.
I am gonna go ahead and start streaming now, so just to kind of go over this
UI.
next portion. So,
Are you streaming on Twitch?
primary head.
Discord.
Discord.
Oh, I can't open Discord while I'm streaming on Twitch. It'll kick me out. So
Okay.
I'll just take your word for it.
Sweet. I'll try to be very descriptive.
You're good. You're good. I understand most of how to mine things because it's almost like the old school way how tractor beams used to, or the multi-tool used to work in a way and fashion. It's like the Geo, kind of just a bit more detailed. Are you falling down there too, Head and Henry? You can't go down there. It's only 1 person at a time.
I ain't doing nothing.
Well, I mean,
You know-
you could come down here. You just
Yeah.
look at the wall, basically.
Technically.
have a way to like show exactly, but long story short, if I can.
Let's see. What I would love to see are LMG blueprints. I love the FS9 LMG the most, even though I believe they're actually in. You just have to go do some ghillie missions to get them. What's up, Dairy Knot? What's going on? What's going on? Solo FPS Master? I'm getting there.
Just because
Right now, me and my organization, we're doing a mining exercise to prepare for 4.7, since 4.7 is going to require a lot of mining in order for us to gather resources to craft the blueprints that we want to craft, or blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about.
In the back.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's just the armistice is causing it to not work.
That's probably accurate.
Oh wait, is the power right, Doom?
Is the ship on? It should be on. It's all lit up. See, Doom's in the cockpit.
On, but sometimes the like mining heads don't have power, even though it let me power it on.
Yeah, your number one wasn't, so go ahead, try it now.
Hey, there it is.
Let's see. Great to see you out here mining. I am somewhat of an experienced miner, so I will be glad to help along the way. True. Right now we have two experts. We have the great Dumamu and the great Bodega helping us get together. But yeah, they're explaining it right now, but right now I got them muted.
Anyway, so the reason why the hot seat is great is I will direct your attention down to the lower right-hand corner of my HUD where it says charge level. It starts at 10%. So I can raise it all the way up to 100%, and then anything in between. So the reason why that's important is because when you're mining, you're gonna have right next to the charge level, you're gonna see that there's a space where you need to like get it charged up to, a little green window called the charge window, and then a very big red bar, hopefully, or small red bar, that's the overcharge and will cause it to blow up if you go too crazy with it. So anyway, as you see, the laser gets crazy intense, so if you ever
so the moth, the way how it fits in the equation is because you get recycling materials. Certain items that have metal attached to it will require you to have that type of material in order to craft it. So like, for example, like if you wanted to craft like a dead rig shotgun, instead of using like steel or iron, you probably would use recyclable materials instead. So, you know, it's just salvage. You know, everything's going to require certain materials, whatever you want to craft.
But it's never happened to me.
Borica,
Let's
quick
see.
question.
Yes.
Key bindings for that. I know that for the keyboard and mouse, the wheel controls the laser power. Any suggestions for people who have sticks?
So I have a Soul R, a Thrustmaster Soul R, and a TWCS throttle. So I'm a HOTAS pro.
Yeah, this looks plain in it. Let's see. Figure you would have somebody to mentor you. Facts. Yeah, we got people. I know we majority do combat and stuff in my organization, but we like to take a break every once in a while, and we've been trying to become more industrial, more leveled out between just straight combat. We want to do more industrial gameplay because we do have industrialists in our game, or in our organization. So yeah.
Throttle that's on like just about every joystick that exists. There's always that little crappy throttle that nobody ever uses anymore.
Right.
I just don't find it very forgiving to use that one personally. So, but you know, to each their own. Honestly, I really liked the idea of using the pedals because I have pedals as well.
Oh, dang, you got everything.
With the interface is it doesn't like leave it in that spot, so you kind of have to keep your foot. You have to keep your foot on the gas, so to speak. So if you let it off, it just goes back down to 0.
That's how I'm playing. Mouse and keyboard. I don't got sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just have to sit there for a long time charging a rock until you get it to the optimal charge window. And that's just frustrating.
If you have a detent on a rotary is the easiest way in that you can feel each notch as you go up and just set your scaling correctly so it goes up the amount of percent you want per notch. And then you
Gotcha.
can just let it sit there. But like she said, the biggest problem is just don't forget to turn it down, because it'll auto shut off when you get to the right explosion level. But man, too many times you sit back in the seat and you're like, wait, I'm just gonna fire this up when it's at 100 yet, and you boom.
You just blew the rock
So,
up.
all right, I'm gonna do this and go up to the cockpit. Doom, if you're in my
Will you
seat,
be going
please
over
move.
key bindings as well, decide like how to set them and all that, or is that
Do you want to
a
set
little-
it back down?
Yes, please. Well, I mean, you could leave it hovering, it doesn't matter. As far as key bindings go, I highly encourage you to like look over them and kind of work it out, because I've heavily modified mine, so I wouldn't know how to default mine.
I think default mine would be
Somebody
just
else's ship.
simple left click for mining, and then alt left click will switch it to gather mode, correct?
Alt and mouse
Yeah.
wheel will increase and decrease power.
Yep, that too.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
I-
The
I-
left alt and left mouse button is the mode change to the other mode.
So I've switched myself to the pilot seat, and this is where you really kind of start with your whole mining.
Yep, there's a whole thing of mining gadgets on the table, so I'll show you more quickly.
You're gonna ping like crazy to try to find where rocks are, and this will be obvious once we get out there. Every time I talk for lengths like this, I just get so dried out.
That's why I got a bottle of water on the side so I can stay hydrated.
My goodness.
Here they are.
I'll
Here's the
probably, like-
gadgets.
Anyway, so this is your claim to fame. You're gonna get so annoyed and tired of pinging. It's just what you got to do to find the rocks, really.
That's for the driver to
Find
do.
rocks. Yeah, the driver's the only person that really can do the pinging. I think technically
I'm not flying.
the co-pilot could possibly do the pinging as well.
Mm-mm.
Can you ping over there?
Ping.
You cannot
Co-pilot
ping, so-
doesn't ping.
So never mind, it's only the pilot. So once you find a rock, you're gonna go into what's called mining mode, and I think the default is M, if I believe.
Mhm. Correct.
And that's gonna
Yeah.
bring up this interface, and this interface is gonna give you. Did you set us back down? Yeah,
He did.
Yeah, you're on the ground.
So this interface is going to give you a different velocity indicator. You can see it on the left, and I'm only calling attention to it because like it changes the way your interface looks. You know, so I've got the advanced HUD turned on personally, and you can see on the left my throttle and my velocity. Well, obviously it changes it just slightly, so it's still pretty much in the same spot. And whenever you get up to a rock, you're gonna aim at that aluminum rock, like in this particular instance, it's that box. And you're gonna hear like a very small noise as it scans the rock. This is important to do with all mining, and all the way from your hand mining all the way up to whatever you use to mine. Everything is always going to have this period of time. This is going to be the thing that tells you the optimal range. And
So she's streaming right now on Discord, and we're supposed to be watching her screen. But if I turn on Discord to start streaming, it'll turn off Twitch. I don't know why it does that, but it's been doing that a lot lately. So this is why I can't. She's the one doing everything, and I'm just over here just chilling. So yeah, bear with us, guys. Bear with us. I'm sorry.
good. If you get the other laser heads going, obviously it's multiplicative and you can get bigger rocks. But I would say, whenever you start getting around like the 10 to 15K range, and there's a caveat of like, I don't know what's going to change fully in 4.7, but every ore type is also different. So like you might be able to crack 10K rocks of one ore like until you're blue in the face, but then you'll get to like something like gold, for instance, and like 10K will like give you a lot of trouble. So I think that really covers basically the what we can go over in the hangar here.
Let's go mine.
Let's put the pedal to the metal.
Right. So, don't know the best way to like go about this. Probably whoever wants to like crack some big rocks. I need 2 people in my ship with me, and then I can call my other mall up.
I'll stay here. I'm already here.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sam, I'm already here.
All right. So everybody that isn't King and Will, get the hell off.
Damn. Dang, I see how it is, Bo. Damn, go chill. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go to my base ass prospector.
Hey, Henry, do you want to see?
I want to take the picture. Now it's definitely the moment. In planet side, with all of the ships out.
Oh yeah, look at that.
All right, Dark Juice, I need you not to crash. Dark Juice. Dark Juice. Oh my god. You almost took us out.
I know that was a good.
I mean, you were flying sideways. I was like, oh shit.
I was watching.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. So that rock is good. Why don't we share some screens so we can see what each other are doing and talk each other through if we need to? Is that good?
Yeah,
Or no,
I mean,
you can't do that, FC, can you?
No, I can't, sadly.
on Twitch. You can see ours.
Let's see. Yeah, something about streaming on both platforms at the same time. It doesn't really like each other doing that. And
I hear you. All right, well, let me line you up on the next rock. This one that's going to be next is a big rock. So we're going to want to get a couple of mining lasers on it. When you see the yellow outline, that means it has to be mined. It has to be broken yet. It can't be extracted yet. When you see the yellow outline on it, when you see a purple outline on it, that means it's ready for extraction. So if you look at one of these smaller rocks next to it, that's ready for extraction. You can just extract those right away. And at this point, because of what we're trying to do here, I'm not really caring about what materials we get. So if you see a rock that needs to be extracted that's got the purple outline when you hover over it, go ahead and just extract that sucker up. I'll stop moving here in a second. Let me get lined up on this rock so that turret 1, you've got the most power. You can start beating up.
Hit the fracture.
So Doom, can you cycle your quantum drive on and off real quickly? There we go. Okay. It had the bug where it was just making the noise like it was online.
Ooh, we crossed the beams.
How do you change the oh wait a minute.
Left alt and scroll wheel to change the power.
Yeah, you don't even have to hold the left alt. By default, it's just the scroll wheel in the ships.
Okay.
On
I think left alt is for hand tool.
Yeah. And you just want to make sure you stay below the...
It's on the right hand side. You're in the red right now. So you don't want to be in the red. You can see the little thing right there.
Oh, yep. It's gonna blow up?
It will blow up, and it can easily destroy a ship if you're too close to it when it goes critical.
I've literally never even seen mining in this game.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
I miss the old handheld UI.
Keep it... Yes, that was nice. That was much simpler.
Right.
Easier to see too. Keep the power low until you can kind of gauge where it's going, and if it looks like it's going to be this is a huge rock. We're going to need a couple of turrets for this one, I think. With the resistance, resistance is low, but instability we got to get. So who is on the left side? Who's on the left side there?
That will be me.
Okay. You have the Hofstede. You have the one that I like to run the power on, and just see what the helix can get on it. If that's you, Henry, you're in the helix. If you see it start to trickle up, stop advancing power and just let it sit there, and then we'll let the port side jump in to start adding power to it. and he'll
Mhm.
bring it up as needed. But on the impact, FC, I bet you're on the right then. You're on the right
Yep.
turret.
I'm on the. Yes, sir.
If you turn that on the lowest power, it should be 30%, lowest power,
Mm-hmm.
and hit that rock, what it does is it blasts open the green window. So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
wide open because I'm running focus 3s on that one.
Okay.
And that makes it much easier to keep it in the green zone. So
Okay.
Yeah, I have no control over my freaking power for some reason.
are you running default mouse and keyboard?
Nope, sticks.
Okay. Careful that you don't get too fast too quick.
All right. So I
I'm not
keep
seeing
it.
anything move for the.
You have to give it more power. You'll see a little green bar cycling upward. Just make sure you keep it in the
It says maximum optimal. There's like the green and then the hashed bar above it. Or is it?
It's
Yeah. But on the right arc, you can see that power going up as you turn your mouse wheel up. You'll see the percentage of power going up. Eventually, you should see the green bar start filling up on that arc. The green bar will start coming up from the bottom. As soon as you start to see it moving up from the bottom, stop adding power, and then let the Hofstede over on the left, let him add power because it's much gentler. He has a smaller gradient of power, and he won't overcharge it nearly as quickly, especially if FC's got it on there with the huge green window.
all right. So that means
I'm at 47%
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, just add power till you see it start flickering on the bottom. You'll see it, and you'll be able to just stop right there.
flicker. Group mining. We're learning.
Will I be able to see the
Yes.
power going
If-
up and down
if
on
you
my side?
if you put your turret over the same rock, you'll see everybody's power combined. It'll all be together.
Okay.
You'll see the green maximum window. You'll see everything. You won't see their power that they're adding in the mining laser, but you'll see the combined power going into the rock. You'll see that green arc on the right arc starting to go up.
So I'll
You need
see
to
the
give it
optimal,
more
the
power,
large,
Henry.
And then on the left
Yep.
side, I'll see that as well.
At 64%.
That's cool. It might need a lot. This is a huge ass rock. So go ahead and just pump it until you start
Blast
seeing
it.
stuff move.
Yeah, keep on going.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this thing to blow up.
No,
You could tell when it was gonna blow up. You can see there's a whole entire meter system that you can observe, and it's very visible. So just keep on scrolling. Go to 100% and then scroll down from 100%. It's not gonna overcharge that fast with just one laser.
Right, not with this big rock. And once you get to 100, tell everybody so that we
Yeah,
know.
I'm at 100.
That's it. All right, then I want FC. Now you bring yours up slowly and see if we start to see the trickle. As soon as you start to see it trickle, stop.
Here it
Ah,
comes.
there we go. Yeah.
All right, so
I'm
now
seeing it
stop
now.
right there. And now port side, now you start at 10% and start adding into it. And you bring that green up into the optimal window and make sure you can kind of hold it there. It's got really high instability, so it's going to want a roller coaster on you. It's going to want to go up and down. It's a pretty regular pattern, so you should be able to start to feel the rhythm and know how to turn it up a couple notches, turn it back down a couple notches. It's just kind of a dance thing to hold it in place once you get it in the optimal window. But
Want to go down a little bit? There we go. Lay off the power just a little bit. You're almost in the red. There we go. And then now we each should be able to individually mine the smaller pieces. Oh,
extract it. If you see any purples, go ahead and extract it now. Doesn't matter
Nope,
who
they're
does it.
all
They're all
orange.
about. Okay, so then
Yep.
that means they need to do a secondary break. First, turn your power all the way back down. Both
Yeah.
number 1 and number 2 FC, you guys are going to be at 30 at your minimum. Don't
Here, we can hit
start
this rock
mining.
first.
Don't start mining. Don't start mining yet.
Yep. I'm just tapping.
Hold up. The reason is because on secondary breaks, it's so much less resistance. Probably the Hofstede can break all of these secondary breaks. Helix, you're going to want to hold off. Just go into extraction mode because you have too much power for these little tiny things. They'll blow up quick. So just let Hofstede break these, and you guys extract. And you can try it FC if you want. Just go real easy because it has a tendency with this instability to get kind of out of hand and hurry. So smaller breaks for sure.
I'll break this one over here then first.
And as I said, we're not worried about what we get, but if you see one that's 100% inert, don't even bother with it. We don't want inert. Inert's junk. It doesn't get us anything. It just takes up space in the bags. So we're looking to get as much.
Hey, I appreciate the resub.
If you
turn.
put your mouse over it, you should be able to see what's in that rock. It should come up.
And this one's got terranite and aluminum.
Yeah, it's 0% inert materials.
And this one is
Nice.
crap.
That's a good rock.
Aluminum.
Good crack.
100% aluminum.
Oh, somebody went over. Careful.
I wasn't shooting.
Just make sure you keep an eye on your red. If it goes into the red, then you want to make sure. All right,
purples.
keep breaking. Good job, guys. Break them up.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Oops, I want to hit the Z button.
96 SCU to fill, and we're currently at 20, so we got a little ways to go, guy.
Man, I can't wait to do this in real life.
In real life. All right, who's gonna go next? Henry? That you?
No, I'm too strong.
Oh, he's too strong. Okay. What the hell was that graphical? Did you guys see that? Whoa.
I'm getting some B-roll.
That happens. Sorry if I moved on that, guys. I was moving my Polaris. If you can see another rock, Henry, you could go ahead and hit that. A bigger rock.
Get some more footage here. Pretty cool.
Yeah, when you got all three lasers going, the exterior F4 looks really cool.
Guess I could just. I am extracting. I feel like an alien just lasering some 50s city. Destroy all humans, part 2. Dude, that thing's taking.
Oh, I remember that game. I used to love that game.
I got that on Steam.
I got that on
Something like
Xbox.
Jack,
OG Xbox.
Oh shit.
All right, we're half full, guys. You're doing great. We only have less than 1 SCU of inert materials. Good job. This is nice and efficient.
This one's 100%.
So this one rock almost filled up the mole.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of big rocks, and I mean it's nothing incredibly valuable here. Terranite is pretty decent money, but I mean right now nobody needs money, right? It's what we're after. It's 4-7 drops. We'll be looking for the quality.
I wanna try this little rock with the front one. Cool.
Let's see, is this a 2-piece?
Yeah, go for it. Just make sure you're really ready to kick it back off if you see it jump up so high so fast.
So you just have to hold it into you get it up, you level it up into optimal, and then you just stop, and then that's when it'll break.
You just stop like this if it gets too high.
You'll see
I think you see it.
Optimal window start filling from right to left. As it gets all the way over to the left, our storage is full. So we are full. Our bags are full.
Okay.
But yeah, don't blow that up. Don't kill us.
The bar's not climbing yet.
You should know about that.
This is cool, bro.
I just spelled LOL in the sand. Okay, so this mole is full.
This makes me want to get a mole though.
Right. I'll only have a mole only if I got the homies to go mining with. And since Doom's around, I'm probably sure he would love to mine once 4.7 pops into existence. But mining with the mole in 4.7 was so nice. Let me come up to the bridge.
Yeah, that was Terranite. Could have grabbed that instead. Oh
That
well.
was fun, dude. I didn't think that was
It
gonna be as
doesn't.
fun as
It
it
doesn't
was.
matter. It really doesn't matter what we get on this. It's just to teach you guys how to use the interfaces, how it looks, because there's a whole lot more in like a master class that you're gonna probably want to get if you get serious with it. It's the whole mini game of balancing between resistance, instability, the different modules, you know, the gadgets that she was talking about. All of those things come into play depending on your build, whether you'll need to put anything on the rocks or not. So, yo. Okay, so yes, now. Oh, you're much better haircut than I do. Shit, look at all that. Got luscious locks like Black Z. You guys all got hair.
Oh
Hanging
my
out with the soul
god.
guys here. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a round of
So
applause
now
for
you're
that one.
now you're in, right? You've picked your location, which happens to be the local inventory because all the bags went down the cargo elevator. What you're scrolling through on the top, that is the bonuses, or you know, if there's a nerf in this particular refinery as well. So you can see you get plus certain percentage for this material, minus certain percentage for that material. And if you're really min-maxing, you know, especially now that we lose so much, this has just been nerfed into the ground. You get about 50% yield at best. So if you're really got some high quality stuff, don't take it on a loss. Don't lose percentage. Go to a place that has the biggest bonus you can get. Currently, Levski is actually one of the better ones because it really doesn't have a lot of bad ones. Mick 5 I think comes in second for me. I always like Mick 5. It's nice and quiet there. But yeah, anyway, once you're done scrolling through that, figuring it out, pull up your location and then set up the work order. Yep, the yellow button at the bottom.
Oh,
Now,
God, can't stop laughing.
We're
the
learning.
first thing we want to go through is we want to click all the toggles for the materials we want to refine. So click them all. The only one you're not going to be able to click is the inert because it doesn't do that.
Inert's
If
just
you
like
wanted to
rubble,
break
right?
it- correct, it's trash. If you wanted to break it into different jobs, you could. You could do the aluminum in one job, the terranite in another job. Again, the benefits, hey, they'll get done faster. The less stuff you have to refine, the faster it gets done. But in this case, we don't have a ton. We only got a little bit. So now you have to pick your process, and that's what you have in the orange pull down
Like
there.
an option there.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of processes. If you just click on the top one, click on the top one for now.
Cormac.
Yep. If you take a look underneath that pull down now, you see high speed, was it mid cost, middle, moderate cost, and low yield. So those are the three variables for the refining process. Okay. If you pull down another one, you'll see a different.
Yeah, my face was above his face. My fault. No one said nothing. Maybe I should just leave it. I'm cutting him off.
Highest yield, obviously, right? Especially if you're doing it for something that's serious. Here, we're just learning, but for when you get to be serious and you got some high quality stuff, you want the highest yield. Don't waste any little pieces you can get. The difference in the other processes then is the amount of time it takes and the cost. So you can pick. If you've got money's no object, hey, go with high cost, high speed, high yield, and you'll be able to get it done the fastest. Now, currently in 4.6, there's a little glitch in that if you go with, I believe it's Dinix. What's the third one from the bottom? Promises.
There's
third one from the bottom.
Pyrometric is the third
Yeah,
one.
Pyrometric. Pick that one. That's very low speed, low cost, high yield, but click quote. And what it'll do is just tell you how much it's going to cost. It doesn't actually bill you for anything. Dude, this will take 20,000 in 3 hours. That's fine. Most of the time, if I'm doing this and I've got a ton of bags because I've done, 4 or 5 molds full, I will go ahead and just put it on the low speed. I don't care. I'm going to let it run overnight. I'm not going to be here to get it until tomorrow. So it all depends on what you need, what you want, how quickly you need it. But never cut yourself short on the yield, right? So for this instance, if you got 20,000, let's just do it at the fast one there. Yeah, you see the time goes up to 6 hours.
6 hours. Ooh. I
Yeah.
think the high one was thermo.
The very low speed one is borked right now, and that's why that's the fastest. If you didn't notice, that'll probably change when they get around to fixing it, right? Yeah, that's a very low speed, but watch, that one comes up at like 3 hours. It's crazy. So I always use that one, just so it's done and sitting there. Next time you log on, if a refinery job is finished and waiting for you, you get a little pop-up that says, hey, these refinery jobs are done, and you can go to the location and pick them up. So
Cool.
there you go.
Okay.
Once you do this pyrometric.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it gives us the highest yield. That's just best practice, right? Yeah, hit confirm, and then it should go ahead and start the process.
Oh, no, I can legit see over your shoulder what you're doing. I could have just had it like this entire time.
Welcome to Star Citizen.
Yeah, sometimes though it's all blurred out. You can't necessarily see.
It's
But now
clear
you
as
can watch
day.
You can see all of the little countdowns, and the only time you would want to or need to do this if you have an emergency, you need the material right now, you could click stop and cancel and stop and collect, and don't do it now. But I mean, if you needed something, you had some high quality thing that you just needed right now for somebody, you could go ahead and hit stop and collect, and it would stop, and that's all the output you would get. What's done over in the done column, you see how it has SCUs, or actually it's micro SCUs. It'll tell you. Then you say, oh, yeah, we're only going to get 20 USCUs out of this, which means you move the decimal over twice. That's how many SCUs you got. So it will round up. It will round up so that if you've got 0.9, you'll get 1 SCU, right? So that's another min-max thing people try to do sometimes, is they only put in a certain number of bags.
Okay, that is pretty much it. I wanted to learn how, what the hell? Dude, I just saw your body flying across the fucking floor.
Oh man.
You must have tripped over that coffee can on the ground. Like, oh my god. Other than that, that's it. I wanted to learn how to mine today, and I wanted to stream it, so I have it for later. I'm gonna bounce this over to my secondary channel as a VOD, but I do appreciate everyone who came out. Sadly, my time is very limited today because I have a lot of cooking to do. Gotta do adult shit. So I'll catch everyone later in the verse. I'm gonna be doing some more mining here, to get more experience. So if you see me live streaming and I'm not doing anything except for mining, just know I'm just here, just chilling. So yeah, until next time, you guys, I do appreciate everyone who came out. 07s, and I'll see you in the verse. Big Bird out.